Hey, everybody. This is another episode of the Short, Pale, and Handsome podcast. Today is Wednesday. It's a special edition. I am here talking with a buddy of mine, a fellow comedian and fellow Northern Virginian, Andrew Vu.
Hey, what's going on, buddy? Yep.
Thank
Nova.
you. Nova. That is strange.
Yeah. Only people from Los Angeles will say something that's strange.
Okay, that's not how that works, but we're gonna get this going.
All right, let's do this.
How was before we get started, I do want to talk about our podcast sponsor. Our official sponsor is called Asian Flush. It is a drinking card game strictly for Asians, made for Asian Americans. Asian Flush is the funniest party drinking game this side of Koreatown. Each box contains 110 hilarious cards with unique game rules designed to help you get your night started. And if you go to asianflush.com, you can definitely pick up a pack, and then you can use discount code Loy Lee 15 for 15% off. Tell them I said hi. They are not paying me for this. I just thought it was a great game, and I wanted to share the wealth. So something like this, you can get together with your friends, and I'm trying to pull out a sample card. So, for example, you're around the table with some buddies, and you're drinking, and you pull a card that says, if you ever fallen in love with a rave babe, take 3 sips. I would be drinking. My wife likes to rave. If you're in subtle Asian traits, the Facebook group, take 2 sips. I would also take 2 sips. And if John Cena speaks better Mandarin than you, take 2 sips. And if anyone that doesn't speak Mandarin, he speaks way better than you. So it's a fun little drinking game. It's something to pass the time and to get to know your friends a lot better. I will be playing this online live on a couple different sites, which I will let you guys know. And also, this show's been brought to you by my Patreon account, patreon.com/loyleecomedy. If you were like, hey, I like Loy and I want to just throw him a few bucks every month, $1, $5, all the way up to $100, I'll send you some free stuff and give you some exclusive content. So
hopefully you can get stuff, right?
What's that? Hopefully
you can get stuff, right? You're paying for all these equipment.
Oh, hey, don't tell people what I'm using. It's fine.
Oh, that's all right.
They ain't gotta know. But you know, it's I got my first Patreon account subscriber, and that was awesome. So I designed him his own T-shirt. One of one. I'm gonna send it to him. I just put it out. I talked to him. It's a great little T-shirt. So I'll have to take a picture of that. So on to that, Andrew, Drew Vu.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. Just finally on my day off on my shitty part-time job as working as a fish guy.
Yeah, slinging that fish.
Yeah, slinging that fish, filleting, and then dealing with stupid customers that don't know what they're buying.
Gotcha. Well, that's most customers.
Well, yeah, but supposedly my customers literally read too much about poisonous water, but we don't get that shit. But people don't believe us. Mm-hmm. So what's the point? I don't care no more.
You gotta stop banging on the table, bro.
I will now.
Hey, it's a cheap IKEA table, okay? I spent all the money on everything else. I have a cheap IKEA table, and you can hear it through the microphone.
It's a fake table they probably use in pro wrestling, you know?
Yes.
Probably the Dudley Boys probably use.
Get the table.
What's that?
Yeah, so what did you end up doing this week? How was your weekend? How was your week?
This week and the weekend so far, it's very interesting. Been doing shows, practicing to get better at being funnier around DC.
Yep.
Tonight I got a show in Ellicott City, Maryland.
That's like Koreatown, right? Isn't that suburbs? Isn't that where all the Koreans live?
No, well, I haven't seen last time I went there, it was a mixture.
Okay.
It was like a mixture of people, but everybody, all diverse group of people is just they just live in an Amish town. That's what it seemed like.
Yeah,
never drove in that far. But
that's called the suburbs. You were born and raised out here, and you haven't gone to Ellicott City?
No, I mean, most of us, in Northern Virginia, we just so focused on going to work, Right, 401k. So we we have that mindset. We don't really have time to relax and go far. So,
But Ellicott City is based, like you live out in Fairfax, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so Ellicott City is the Fairfax of Maryland.
Yeah, and then like Fairfax is basically Ellicott City, so might as well just freaking stay at home, right? This is like,
You have all the same stuff I do. Why do I need to go 45 minutes to an
why would
hour?
I waste gas on going to some place where I usually do like almost every weekend?
Okay.
You know.
Let's get on to the current events. What do you got for me?
Oh well, I finally saw the Avengers Endgame yesterday because
Spoiler alert. Continue. What'd you think?
it was amazing. Even though I got like probably that one biggest spoiler, I still enjoyed the movie. I already knew what's going to happen, but I was still anticipating it.
They killed my favorite character of all time.
Oh, I mean, of course, like if he's going to get paid the most money, he's going to have to go.
Who?
You know?
Who are you talking about? We're talking
Talking about
two-
Iron Man, right?
No.
No?
They killed my favorite character, like the best hero ever.
Captain
Thanos.
America?
Thanos is my favorite character. Like
He's a badass, actually.
Think about this. If I don't want people to die. Like that's
Oh,
but
of course not.
population control. If half the people weren't in the theater that I was at when I watched it, I would have been a happier person.
Yeah.
If every other seat was empty, it would have made my day.
Oh, yeah, because you feel like Thanos was making your day happier, right?
Yeah, it's like, hey, I don't agree with it, but I kind of understand.
I feel like people that likes Thanos as a favorite character, they literally are like, what do you call
Angry?
it?
Yes.
Angry.
Old?
You know,
Yes.
Old, and then like, aggressive mad drivers. Because y'all probably hate the population. That's probably you guys like.
I'm not
probably
an
you guys
aggressive
like-
driver. I just have fury built inside of my heart every time, especially in Virginia. Driving around in Virginia,
right. Yeah,
Virginia, like the Virginia roads don't make sense. The highways don't make sense.
No, yeah, because there's a lot of people. That's all I can think of.
I'm from LA. LA freeways are horrible, but they make sense. There's just one section where you're trying to get on, and it's 101 north or south. When then it turns to 101 east or west. It's confusing, but once you know which way you're going, it's fine. Virginia, you could be on the same freeway, and then navigation's telling you get off the freeway, but it's the same freeway. And if you don't, you're going back to where you came from.
That's true. I mean, I think your smartphone is just trying to be nice, like trying to find the quickest way to the destination.
But the roads don't make sense because you're getting off the freeway, but it looks like you're getting off the freeway.
Okay, yeah, it does.
But you're still
does.
on the same freeway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have a thing where we should make like 5 more roads within 10 years, and then that confuses everything.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah, I grew up around Northern Virginia, Fairfax, all my life.
George Mason.
495, the George Mason area. But when you get on like 495, even 66, it used to be like 2-3 roads when I was a kid. Now we have like 5. Like
yeah, but
6.
none of those are actual free. That's the thing that I get a kick out of out here is people talk about freeway. They talk about routes with numbers as if they're freeways, but in actuality, there's only like 3 freeways out here. It's the Beltway, and it's like the Beltway is what 495.
Yeah.
And then whatever's the one north 95.
Yeah, 95. 95.
That's really, and then there might be one that goes west, but for the most part, there's only like 2, maybe 3. But everyone's like, every road that's more than 3 lanes, everyone's like, oh, we got to number it.
I don't know. My number is probably wrong. We never pay attention to the road. We just get pissed off and just pay attention to the amount of cars that just increase over the years. And then we're just like, oh, God damn it, they built the road. Like, well, first we anticipate, it's going to be easier driving because they're building extra like lanes, right, on the highway. But then it's still the same goddamn thing. And then we just cuss at everything. They're fucking making a new metro station too. This is bullshit. That's how we are.
If you live in the suburbs, I can understand why you don't want a metro anywhere near. Like I live across the street from a metro.
Yeah.
And on any given days, you're like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Like, you just they're like, oh, we just got off the train and we're just gonna look around. You're like, get off my lawn.
Actually, I'm all about the metro, especially when I go to DC, try to go to open mics or comedy shows, practice my game, I take the metro because I hate driving in the city just as much as driving on like rush hour traffic.
You are probably one of the few comics that I know out here that take the metro almost religiously.
Yeah, no, because like also that's probably the main reason is because when you're on the metro, you get to relax more. I get to look at like in my notebook what I need to go over.
I mean, you tell the same joke, so what difference is it?
Hey, I have to. Like it's like you're a conductor. Like you gotta have like it's basically you gotta like bring out like your best introduction, and then the process too. We write new stuff to the point where like it becomes a good introduction or ending, right?
Right.
And then the middle part is just like new material. But when you make new material, when you test it out, that's probably an extra what, like 30 seconds of testing out new material or a minute,
I try to do, it depends on the show. I mean, if it's just comics, it's like, let's just do a whole 5 minutes of new shit.
Yeah, true that.
And I think that especially, I suck at introducing the joke. Like the setup of the joke, the introduction to the premise. I feel that I'm not going to explain it well.
Yeah.
So then I just go into this long and drawn out, like, well, then there's this, and then the thing, and when you could literally just go, here's a thing, boom. So I'm horrible at that. But what I find is when I'm in, especially a room that's very, very low stakes, very low stakes, not a lot of audience, nobody paid, it's a free show, it's fine. I just go, okay, guys, let's talk about this, and then just go into it. And then what I'll try to do is I'll try to weave in another premise or another joke that I know works.
Yeah.
So therefore, I can kind of get a good peak, a good laugh in the middle at least.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's what impressed me about you, because every time I see you, like, you get on stage, it's like, it's literally something different every time, or I just haven't been paying attention to your fucking set. Set. I'm not trying to sound like a douche. I'm not saying that you're boring, but like every time I see you get on stage, you tell something different. Like,
thank you. But I think you see me at a lot of low stake events, like a lot of low stake open mics or quote unquote showcases, which are just pre-booked.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like, are you like me? Like you get very bored.
Yes.
Of like telling the same joke. You have to tell something new every time.
Sure. It depends on what's going on. If I'm working out stuff or whatnot. But for the most part, I get bored and then I start playing games. I start playing games up there. Let me start in the middle of the joke. Let me go backwards. Let me start in the middle and then finish with the ending of another joke. Like I'll go up there and I'll play shuffle. I'll play like almost like Russian roulette up there.
Oh no, nothing wrong with that freestyle, because I've been lately going by. I just learned.
Don't freestyle. Like I think that's the biggest thing that I could tell anybody is don't go up there and wing it. Like sure, you might be able to do it. That might be your style. Yeah. Great, but you're the outlier. Most people don't wing it. Like go up there, at least have like an outline. I'm going to start here. Yeah. Here's a couple points, and I want to finish here.
Okay. See, because like that's what I did in the very beginning, like when
everybody does that.
Yeah, and then you realize that you're wasting your time.
You're wasting everybody's time. Mm-hmm. That's the problem.
Yeah,
like you're wasting literally everybody's time.
Oh yeah.
And I think there's a few comics that are just naturally funny and can go up there and basically wing it, but that is not. That's not. That's not the skill set. Don't do that.
Yeah, I realize that comedy does have like a formula, like a rule that you have to do. Like I learned that, and then Ralphie May said this in his like hour and 45 minute lecture. He said always have an introduction about yourself.
Yep.
And everything. But, it took me a while to realize that because nobody really didn't give me a lecture about that itself, so I had to learn on my own.
Well, that's the best way. Now you know for a fact that is actually true.
Yeah.
Where I think a lot of us that go into comedy, we don't do well at school or we hated it. We do well, but we hated it. And we're gonna go and learn it the way we want to learn it.
Yeah, especially like Asian comics, like you and me. We probably because our culture is like our parents come here, escape from like a very chaotic war and everything.
Not mine, bro.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're Chinese. You guys are like one of the first Asians that come here.
My parents were born here, bro.
I know. That's what I was saying. You guys, you probably have ancestors like that, that from the 1800s.
Well, I do actually.
Huh? Yeah. Like I'm Vietnamese American, so like people like Southeast Asians, well, like especially Americans, they only discovered us during the Cold War.
Yeah.
I just noticed that I'm a history buff too. Like I can tell like the history of like Asian Americans by the time the time period when they come here. Because I met a lot of Chinese Americans, Korean Americans, and a couple of Japanese Americans. Their English is very perfect compared to like Vietnamese and Cambodians, because it's like their family been here for such a long time that
do you speak Vietnamese?
No.
Not at all.
I mean, a little bit. I mean, a little bit. I can understand it, but like I can't really speak it fluently.
Like, what age do you think that your speaking of Vietnamese is? Like
2 years old.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, elementary school up to like high school. Basically, the education growing up, it literally colonized my native language.
So you speak like a 12-year-old or like a 10-year-old.
Yeah, it's like if my grandma asked me something, like asked me a favor to do for her in Vietnamese, I'll understand and respond back in English. Like I'll be like, okay, grandma, I'll do that for you.
Got it. Yeah.
So
I don't speak any Chinese.
Oh, okay.
And the little Chinese that I do think that I know is A, horrible, and B, it's horrible because I learned it as like an adult, where I had gotta be Asian, gotta be Chinese.
Oh yeah, we all go to that period. It's like we gotta go back to our roots, like at least
horrible.
A little bit.
It's fucking horrible.
I understand. Plus, like the Chinese language is probably one of the hardest language in the world. Probably it's hard.
Any language is difficult. When you try to learn a language that's not yours, it's fucking like I'm trying to learn French. I took it in high school.
Oh yeah,
and I'm still like I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at.
I feel like I kind of want to learn like French too, because that's like my other like colonizing language.
Yeah. I mean. Duolingo. That's the beauty of it. You could pick up your phone right now and download Duolingo, and you'll be, for the most part, be able to get around. Like I took my wife to Paris, and I don't know what's going on. Hold on, please hold. Did
your wife call? Sorry.
No. I think one of the cameras went out. Technical difficulties. But I went to Paris and I took my wife there, and what was crazy was that I could not speak well, but I had a good understanding, and I was like, "Oh, this is okay," and we could kind of get around. The big thing about French is if you're gonna go, the big thing you want to learn is, excuse me, I'm sorry, I don't speak French. Do you speak English?
Yeah.
Pardonnez-moi, je suis désolé. Tu parles anglais? Like, do you speak English?
Yeah, okay. So like when they know that you're American, are they like really happy? Because I hear some stories that like the French hates Americans sometimes.
I think that is a possibility, definitely, and watching Americans in Paris, it is painful to watch.
Really?
It's so tough to watch because they're just yelling in English. They're not even trying, because you don't really see that here. You don't see someone who speaks Arabic yelling at you in Arabic.
Oh, no, because like, they like people that come from another country over here, they already know they're going to have to learn it. Like, themselves or something. Yeah,
but, it's that weird thing where it was really cringeworthy to watch. Just out, like, on the subway, watching Americans interact with French people, and French people go, "Get the fuck," like, I'm a goddamn adult. I could tell you're yelling at me. Like, this is...
Yeah, what makes it worse is just, like, just because we're American, it's just that reputation. It's just like, oh, you're from the States. You're from douchebag land, basically.
Yep, and the big thing was, like, so, you come in hat in hand. You're like, "Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't speak French. Do you speak English?" And they're like, "Oh, fuck yeah. Come on. Where are we going? Like, let's go do it."
Bonjour, oui, oui. Speak,
Yeah, don't do
English.
Don't do that.
Why they don't? Why is that? They don't like that word anymore?
No, I don't know.
I got no friends.
Yeah,
Like, you gotta take me there. Like, what's going on?
That's why they hate everyone. They're like, oh, bonjour, oui, oui. Like, go fuck yourself.
Oh man, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're taught their history.
So if some French guy goes, dude, bro, dude, bro. Like, we don't even talk like that, bro.
Oh man.
No, I think any language is very difficult, especially the small nuances. Like, please, thank you. Those things are easy. But once you start going, like, actually having a conversation. Yesterday, I did this. Conjugating verbs. Get the fuck out of here. I don't know what any of those words mean.
I mean, we have like smartphones, like apps that have like language thing that translate it for us. I mean, I saw the commercial. It looks cool. But
yeah, and it helped. Google has this thing where you can take a picture of a menu or words, and then it translates it to English. That was dope. But for the most part, just simple interactions. Like, I don't really speak French that well, and they're like, well, we don't really speak English, so we'll meet somewhere in the middle. And they were cool about that. I grew up. I spent a lot of time in Montreal. We'd go vacation in Montreal. They speak French.
Okay.
And they were assholes. and given, like 20-year-old kids going up there to drink, like, I can understand why they were assholes.
Yeah,
but
I heard Canadians are always nice. It's that part of Canada, Montreal. Is just,
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Think of, like, how bored you have to be to deal with, like, young American men coming out there to drink for the strip clubs. After a while, you're like, get the fuck out of my, so they were a little rough.
Damn, I did not know that.
So did you enjoy Avengers?
Oh, I really did. It was probably the second best superhero movie.
Second best.
Yeah. Oh,
what's the first best?
I mean, The Dark Knight. Like, Batman's like my favorite superhero. Like, Deadpool second, and then Punisher third. I love anti-heroes.
Punisher the movie?
The guy, superhero in general.
Okay. I was gonna say
I like the story, like,
yeah, I like anti-heroes because I guess he was the first superhero to kill anybody in the comics.
Yeah,
like he was the first one.
He's basically like Batman, except without a mask, and he kills like bad guys. That's the thing.
Yeah, not a billionaire.
No,
war.
I mean, he's more like
arms
successful. Like, yeah, well, he was
military.
No, I thought he was a cop.
No, Batman.
Oh, you're talking about Bruce Wayne? Yeah.
Wayne Enterprises. They basically are arms dealers, right?
Mm-hmm. Basically.
Yeah.
I mean, just for himself. Like, I mean, I don't think Batman does deals with like freaking arms dealers.
But Wayne Industries does, I think. No, isn't that how they made all their money? Okay.
I don't believe. Maybe his dad. There's so many Batman like comics out there,
right?
So like,
I thought that's what Wayne Industries was.
No,
like Stark Industries.
Yeah, yeah, it is. But like, come on, man. What? Like, I don't think they'll like that. You're just saying that like Bruce Wayne's dad is basically like kind of like a mafia guy too, a little bit.
Well, okay, arms dealer. I don't mean like off the boat, but like they made weapons, right? Isn't that what Wayne Industry does? Build military grade weapons?
Yeah, I think military grade weapons, but also kind of like something like futuristic like train tracks. I guess suppose he was like a saint, like he was like the people of like Gotham.
The thing I hate about Batman, generally, is that you're a billionaire. Why are you fighting petty crime? Like, why? Like, you could literally, and everyone that I say this to, they're like, oh, well, the police are corrupt. The police are corrupt. And it's like, you're a billionaire. Hire militia. Hire fucking armed guards. Buy out everybody.
I mean, Bruce Wayne, like, witnessed both his parents, like died. So I'm guessing he was just became an angry asshole. He just wants to like have that revenge, is just beating the shit out of like bad guys instead. Yeah, I know. Hey,
you're a billionaire. You could probably do something better with your time. Like, if you love Gotham, like Gotham is his city, he loves Gotham. Buy a better police force.
I'm pretty sure like he doesn't like evil billionaires like at the same time. He doesn't want to be like that type of guy.
He doesn't have to be. Buy armed guard. You're fine. You don't have to fight people that stole purses hand to hand. Just buy better military. Bring in a military.
I mean, going overseas and getting trained and doing all types of different martial arts. You have to make up for all that like absence and training and stuff. Why not teach it yourself?
Such a
bring
horrible
your
idea.
anger out on bad guys.
Such a horrible idea.
I mean, the main reason why I like the Batman story because it's the message it tells. Because I only like the battle between him and the Joker, because Batman and the Joker, their rivalry is like kind of like the yin and yang. They're like almost the same thing. Like
how many times do you have to not kill the Joker before you're like, fuck this guy, I gotta kill him? Like
Batman's just a nice guy. He's kind of like nice dudes that just knows how to fight. That's it.
Horrible. Fucking horrible.
And Joker is like, are you gonna fucking kill me yet? Like, but at the same time, I don't want you to because it's so much fun. Yeah, you know.
Fucking horrible.
What's your favorites? Who's your favorite superhero then?
You
already said Thanos though. But that's a super villain though.
No. It's funny because the difference between a villain and a hero is they both think that they're right.
That's true. That's true.
I think my favorite comic book character, oddly enough, was Aquaman. Not this Jason Momoa Aquaman. For some reason, I just enjoyed the Greek mythology of it all.
Oh, the blonde hair, blue eye, like the old school version.
Yeah, right? Like okay, he just swims with fishes and he just decides to help out whenever he decides he wants to be there. Like,
yeah.
I enjoyed Aquaman for no other reason other than that's just where my childhood was.
Okay, I haven't seen the movie. Was it good, or do you like it? Or
I had a hard time with the character. Like he's Jason Momoa, the actor, was very confident in himself, very snide, very. There's something about him that just go, oh, that's the dude that I love. But one of the part of the storylines was that he never felt like he was enough. Like he never felt like he was too human to be Aquaman, but he was but he was too Aquaman to be human. So he was like in that middle kind of, very. Very Clark Kent, very Asian American, very.
So what's like? So I haven't like read the actual like early comics of Aquaman. So I'm assuming that he acts like I'm the king.
Yeah.
Of the seawater.
He's the badass guy that can whoop anybody's ass.
Oh.
Okay. But then he deals with this childhood trauma of like, oh, I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I can be that guy, which was just not really believable.
Okay.
In my mind, just because Jason Momoa is so confident, so manly in the character he plays, and then he's like, "Oh, I don't know. I just don't know if I'm.
I mean,
I can't be king."
I mean, that's Hollywood. It's like every movie is like that message. You gotta be good, but
him himself wasn't. That portion of his character wasn't believable.
Oh, okay, I got you.
It just was like, but you seem so confident everywhere else. Man, my mom didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like all superhero movies should just stick with the comics instead of the business and industry.
No. I'm a fan of them not doing the comics because I can just read the comics.
Oh, okay.
Like I like the visual. Like I'm always an advocate of the books are never better than the show.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather watch the show in an hour and a half than spend 12 hours reading a goddamn book.
Yeah, but wouldn't you want to see what it's like exactly what the story of the comics like into actual? No.
Show me something that I can't Wikipedia. Show me some shit. Like I get that you stay within the confines of the character, or but staying within the confines of a story that's already out. It's like, why would I need to read the books? I already watched the show.
Yeah.
Why would now that I've seen the movie, why do I need to go read the books?
That's true. That is true. So you just want to, you think changing the story just a little bit is...
Give me a new story. I mean, comic books do it all the time. Like, you could look at Spider-Man and there's 9,000 story arcs.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Yeah.
They don't keep on repeating the same story, but they stay within the confines of the character.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
So, I'm not really sure how how the movies are really relatable to comics. Probably different, but I'm guessing that like one superhero movie that's like an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. That's probably like what, like kind of like 5 comic books changed up a little bit.
Well, probably even more because sometimes comic books. A whole comic book comes out in a month and it's 5 minutes. From like it's the battle scene or whatever. But I like the story. Then you go and then they kind of throw back some of the story, like Iron Man. There's different Iron Man suits that they talk about in this, and then he deal with alcoholism. There's like throwbacks, which I like. But tell me a different story. You don't.
Oh, okay.
I already read those stories. Tell me a different story.
Oh, that's cool. Like it's probably fun. Like creating a story of like one of your childhood heroes.
Yeah, I want more content.
Okay. Yeah. I think everybody does. I do too.
Could you imagine watching the same baseball game over and over?
Yeah.
Like, sure, the players change, but somehow the stats are exactly the same. All the plays are exactly the same. Get the fuck out of here.
We need to do trade deals.
No. It's the same. It's like different characters playing the same players, but it's the same exact stats. Like, I don't want to watch the same damn baseball game.
Yeah, that's true. He's like, Spider-Man, how about we do a trade deal? Just trade in to being an asshole a little bit.
Yeah. What's that kid's? The new one, Miles Morales, the Into the Spider-Verse.
And
you didn't see that?
Is that the one?
The
with
cartoon.
Oh no, the one with the black kid that's Spider-Man. No, I heard it was very good. I've been keeping up with the superhero movies.
That is the best superhero movie out probably ever.
You really?
It's a cartoon, but it's different. It's a different story. It's the same confines. It's a different character, same confines of the original character.
Okay.
Well done, and it was one of those things where you go, see, it's the same story, but it's completely different. It's the same characters, completely different. Give me something new. I've never seen this before.
Nah, I heard it was very good, but like you said, it's one of the
I think
best.
so.
Oh wow.
I'll watch it. There's something about it. There's something about it that brings back nostalgia, but it's brand new. It's something about there's something from my childhood, but brand new.
Oh, it is. It looks. I saw the trailer. It looks very unique. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you should definitely watch it.
Oh, yeah. Is it on Netflix yet? Or
Probably not.
Oh, I can't wait for it to be on Netflix or HBO, just to see if Loy lives up to the hype.
Hey, I mean, it's Thanos and then Into the Spider-Verse in that order.
Oh, this is your year for superhero movies, ain't it?
What else? What else you got for current events?
Let's see. Not very into political, but of course, since we're Asian, the only politician I could think about, you know who exactly I'm talking about, Andrew Yang.
Andrew Yang. Oh
yeah.
Shit! I could use $1,200 or $12,000 a year. I'll do it.
Hell yeah. And then
the problem that I have with Andrew Yang, and if you're not familiar, he is running for Democratic Party.
Yeah.
For 2020, he's a Taiwanese American based out of Silicon Valley. He's an entrepreneur. And if you're not familiar with where Taiwan is, if you're Taiwanese, it's Taiwan. He's not from Thailand. There's a difference.
He's like, oh, you Thai. Oh,
yeah. Taiwanese. He's running for Democratic Party, and he's basing his platform on universal basic income.
Yeah.
Basically saying everybody is going to get $1,000 extra a month that's going to come out of taxes. And the problem that I have with that is not in principle, but as much as I know America, they don't like Asian people, first and foremost.
That is true.
I know that for fact. And second of all, they don't like communism. And that is basically, I think by definition.
That's what I was thinking.
That's socialism. that is by definition.
I don't know a lot about politics, but it kind of does when you say, universal, that word, that group of words, universal basic income. It basically sounds like, everybody should get the same thing, and you know, and
we as Americans are like, oh no, I want to work. I don't want to fucking work. I want to tell dick jokes for a living. I'll take $12,000, and with my wife, that's $24,000. That takes care of rent. Whatever. I can go. I can live my life, but the problem is that you're having this foreign, and I mean foreign with a capital F, this foreign idea from a Taiwanese American Asian man talking about socialism. That is a perfect storm for like racism.
Yeah, it is. I feel like we I don't know. You think we like Asian people, if he becomes president, like you think people are just gonna like yell out? Is it, like when it comes to Asia, America, you think people are gonna go backwards, saying like yelling stuff out, racist stuff out?
Yeah, well, backwards. You mean right where it is? Yeah, I think it's gonna be right where it is. I don't think it's gonna get better. But all Donald Trump or whoever's opposing him has to say is, communism. That's it. They just got to introduce the concept of communism, and everyone's like, well, I'm American. I'm not a communist.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. I don't think that universal basic income introduced by an Asian man is going to do well in America. Like, it's not going to do well to begin with, but to layer that on top of the layer, that's such a bad look.
But he is getting a lot of support from like the middle of the country, and even like some in the South, like people that voted for Trump, people really supporting him.
We're gonna need them. Because Asian America might vote for him, but the problem is that 3%, 5%?
Yeah,
we're not a large number in this country. So you go under 5%. Don't quote me. Don't look it up. It's like 5%, less than 5%. We're gonna need a lot of people in the Midwest. A lot of people. He's targeting the people that are factory workers, people that are the truck drivers. And I think that's great, but is it going to be enough? No. But will it start the conversation? Yes. Mm-hmm. Will it be easily derailed? Absolutely. They'll go, we're not communists. We're not commies. We're like,
because like people like from that part of America, they straight up, I know they hate communism. But the thing is, like, he did say he wants to give out $1,000 a month just so people can easily start their business. Easier.
But so we are in that precipice of, like at the beginning of everything new. Everyone's like, oh, it's good the way it was, before cars. Everyone's like, oh, I got a horse. I don't need a car. I got a horse. And now you have a car. And like, we don't need auto driving cars. We can drive. No, but you can have a car drive for you. Yeah. You just have to be and sometimes you can have the car drive to you. Like, you don't have to be in the car. The car just will do whatever you want it to do. And people are like, no, we can't. The way it was is the way.
Yeah. I mean, that's where road rage comes from, because you're controlling the car. Like, millions of people around you doing the same thing. And you might get in a car accident because, the humanity's controlling the automobile. But it might get a little easier. You can finally just press in where you want to go and then take a nap until
I remember I was selling cell phones back 12 13 years ago, and you go, hey sir, do you want email on your phone? Which is normal now, but back then I was like, why the fuck would I want email? Like, I have email at my house. But you can have it on your phone. I don't need that. I could just go home. And that's the way humans are. It's like, it works the way it is now.
We're afraid of change. We're afraid of something different, I feel like.
We're afraid of changing the paradigm, like 360. When you're around friends and there's always a conversation, what would you do if, right?
Yeah.
What car would you drive if money wasn't an object? Everyone goes, oh, I drive Ferrari or I drive blah, 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 blah. Like, motherfucker, whatever the guy that I hired to drive.
Exactly, yeah.
It's like, hey, Drew, let's get the fuck out of here. Let's call the driver. Somebody call the driver. Let's get out front.
Yeah.
Like, but people are like, I don't trust it. It's like, people get into accidents every day.
Yeah.
Every day. But I heard the Tesla killed somebody. 1? 2 people?
Yeah, because it's technical difficulties. Probably.
How many people died on the Beltway today? How many people died in a car accident today?
That's a big number every day.
Every day. And I'm okay with Teslas.
We're just afraid of change because I'm kind of like that because, I hate my job right now, but, people keep telling me, if you hate it, quit or find another job. It's just, I don't want to find another job because I don't want to do the whole, like process again and like do something else, but it's like the same pay and it's different. I don't want to like relearn something.
And when he says people, he means me. I've been telling him to quit his job for fucking. How long have I known you? 3 years now?
Yeah, about
3 years.
I just love money. That's the thing.
I just love money.
I just love money.
Andrew Yang, 2020.
I might not vote, by the way, people. I'm not voting like just because of like somebody looks like me or Loy. Okay, don't worry. I listen to what he has to say like I'm watching a stand-up comedy set.
I'm a fan.
People.
$12,000 a year.
Yeah, why not? It's just. And
like I'm already paying taxes.
Yeah.
Like I'm already paying taxes, and I don't have a job that a person can take, from me. Why not? And they go, oh, you're Asian, you're a communist. Yeah, maybe, but like whatever. I don't think so, but I don't know.
Yeah, and
I'm a businessman.
Yep.
What else you got? So Andrew Yang 2020. What else you got?
I've been seeing a bunch of women lately on online dating.
Okay. Oh, okay.
That's probably like you, probably like 10 years ago.
No, 10 years ago they didn't have fucking apps. They had like Match.com.
I'm saying like that's you, like without like the futuristic how getting the girl. So instead of swiping left or right.
So tell me, how's it going? Oh,
it's
what are you on? What are you on first? Let's go with like, what app are you on?
I'm on Tinder and Bumble, but Bumble is the app that has gotten me a lot of stuff. But
and
Tinder sucks.
Bumble is the one where like the woman has to start the conversation first.
Yeah, when you guys match, she has to reply to you within 24 hours. And
so do you like, I don't know how any of this works, but do you go, oh, she's pretty, and you give her like a thumbs up, and then she sees the thumbs up, and she goes, okay, let's talk.
Yeah,
okay.
But she has to talk.
Right.
But the only thing that pisses me off, like a lot of times they won't respond back because I guess they're busy or it's just like, they found like a better man. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, better man than you? Is there such a thing? Is there such a thing?
I don't know.
Shenanigans.
I'm confident, so it's like, no.
Okay, so the issue is, so Bumble is what you're mostly successful on?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that shows when they respond back to you, that means they feel you.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good.
Tinder.
But what I discovered, like online dating, it's like, it's a lot of single moms are on there. That's the thing that gets me. But at the same time, okay, listen, ladies.
Single moms need love too, bro.
I know, ladies, any like women listening out there, I love y'all. I go by the personality too, but of course, I'm a typical man. Like we just want to, get a private part wet too. But
maybe they want to get their private part wet too. I mean,
they do.
They fucking.
Yeah, they do. They already. But now it's just like, I'm not looking for a relationship like yet.
Really, a young man not looking for a relationship. Tell me more.
I mean, hey. It's hard to describe. Like, I don't mind it, but it's just I'm kind of like careful at the same time because, doing comedy and it requires a lot of time away from the girl.
Yeah.
Because I hear stories from other comics. It's just, oh, yeah, I have a wife or I have a girlfriend and she gets mad at me that I go out and perform all the time,
Well, I think I am lucky that I found my wife before I found comedy. So
okay.
I found probably about a year or so. We were dating a year or so before I started doing comedy.
Okay.
Hold on, let me do the math. 2009, and I think I started comedy 2010, 2011.
Okay.
So a while. And then, so we have learned how the business works together.
Yeah.
And I think that helps because she understands versus now that you're doing comedy and then you start dating her and you're going to start telling her like, oh, I have to go out and really no reason. Like she doesn't understand the reason. And, I have to do these things, X, Y, and Z because that's my job.
Okay.
I think especially now that the shift goes back to ever since I started doing it full time or start doing it like, actually making money.
Yeah.
She understands that it's the job. You know, this is
Yeah.
this is a form of income.
That's the thing, though. She understood that like I'm not making any assumptions, but like, you think like a lot of women wouldn't understand it because they just want their man to be, you know, at home at all times, or
I think it's going to be difficult. I think there's a lot of explaining. Luckily, I didn't have to because I was learning it as we went. But, you know, I see a lot of my friends who are dating and it doesn't work because they tell her, oh, I have to go out, period. I have to go do this, period. And then there's no money involved.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So it's like you can't call it a job if you're not getting paid.
Yeah.
You know what? In DC, you can. You're like, oh, I'm an intern. Like, you get paid? No, I don't get paid, but it's a job. But I think because we are comics, we don't do a good job explaining things that we need to explain. Being like, oh, this is the job. This is part of the job. I'm doing my first 4-year internship. You know, I'm doing my first. If you explain our things like things in the real world, quote unquote, I think they have a better idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's always the financial situation that's always kind of like a make or break between the guy and the girl. I mean, that, you know, I guess you're right, because I'm still like learning when it comes to relationships. Right now, this first time in my life that I feel like a little bit like a player. Do it since.
Ooh, hey.
I'm not saying that confidently, but it's just like
At all.
No, hey, you gotta understand. Since like high school, I never had a girlfriend. Never got laid in high school.
Really?
No, not even like. Really? You're shocked about it? No, thank you, Loy. Seems like you're.
Tell me more about this.
Yeah. All it is was like Pamela Anderson. I'm just kidding.
That's gross. Don't touch the mic.
No, I won't. I won't.
So that's going along.
And no, it's going okay. And right now, I got like a lot of women from like Bumble like hitting you up. Like
a lot of Asian women or a lot of non-Asian women?
A lot of non-Asian women.
Good.
I'm kind of like I don't match with a lot of Asian girls.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why.
I can tell you why.
Why?
Because they don't like you.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's funny, especially out here, I notice it more, where it's like Asian women don't want to date Asian men. Like,
I mean, like I saw that since I was a kid. A lot of Asian women love like, you know, like white guys. I mean, you know, that's been a trend since.
But I feel like it's you know, I have this theory that I'm trying to half bake, where it's like Asian women generally, there's two types of them. Asian women, there's two types of that you date.
Yeah.
You either remind them of their dad or you don't remind them of their dad. And, you know, a lot of them, they don't have good relations with their dad. And they go, oh, you remind me, so fuck you. Or like, oh, I love my dad. So, you know, they find parts of dad in you. Not saying that like it's a weird daddy issue. It's just like, you know, I can understand if I remind you of your dad and you don't like your dad, I can understand why you wouldn't be into me.
That is
or whatever.
true. That is true.
So within those two categories, it's like either they love you or they hate you for that exact reason. They love you because you remind me of their dad, or they love you because you don't remind them of their dad. You know.
Also, you gotta get. It doesn't really matter if you're smooth.
It doesn't.
Talking.
No, because there's always that weird thing of like. And I hear it all the time. It's like, oh, I don't want to be out on a date, and people think that we're brothers and sisters. It's like, have you heard this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's like I get it. If you're not into it, like that is the dumbest excuse. Like
my cousin did. My guy cousin, he did that excuse. I was like, really? And you know, and
he doesn't date Asian women because.
No, because of that same reason. Because I don't want to make it look exactly what you just said. I don't want to make it look like I'm dating my sister. And like when he first told me that, I was just like, okay, like, but you guys are not like. That's
like the weird. Like that's the only people that would ever think that. It's like when you see two white people together in Virginia, you're like, oh, are you guys brothers sisters? Like, no. Yeah. You see two black people together, you're like, oh, are you guys brothers sisters? Nobody thinks that. Nobody thinks that.
Yeah, well, like, why? Like,
that is the weirdest thing ever.
I mean, yeah, it is. That's to me, period. That is weird. Period. When they have to think like that.
It's like,
why?
I get it. You're not my jam. That's fine. There's a lot of women that I wouldn't date. You know, like that. You're just not my jam. I don't broad stroke it like, oh, because you're white, I won't date you. It's like, no, because I don't like you.
Maybe they're explaining like a million other reasons, or they just want to just go by that very stupid, sick reason. I don't know. Like
it's very strange.
Yeah,
very, very strange
as shit.
So you get a lot of non-Asian women.
Mostly black women, I imagine.
Hey, look at you.
This is like black women love Asian men. Like that's what I noticed.
This is the 2019 shit. God damn.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the Rush Hour franchise or like the Romeo Must Die movie. I don't know.
Yeah, those things are like fucking 20 years old by now.
No, I mean it probably built up until now, and then like those type of movies, maybe they still show it on TV.
No, maybe they want like a Heinz Ward. They want like they want like a mixed baby. They're like, I guess we got to put this work in.
I think mixed baby period. That's like the greatest. That's probably like one of the most popular things that people want.
Yeah,
the mixed baby.
Hey, go have at it. I don't even know if I'm gonna have
also
babies.
like when it comes to like our significant other, it would be nice if it's you're already married, but like it's just I wouldn't mind like dating a girl that I don't even know what her ethnicity is like at all. Like a little beige, maybe hazel eyes.
Yeah, my wife, she's Filipino. Nobody knows that. Everyone's like, are you some sort of habla español?
Yeah, well, I mean, Filipinos are like always like they always have that like Latino look in them,
but not.
And not
you
can tell like they're Asian, but at the same time,
but not.
But not.
But not. But yes, but not. Like, Rico.
Rico.
Yeah,
that guy's like, straight up like tan Chinese dude. Right?
Yeah. Okay. We have a fellow comedian, Rico Castillo, and like he's shaped like Buddha. He's got the mustache of a conquistador. That fucked Fu Manchu.
He was like, sorry, Rico. Rico.
You're like, oh, you are not on my list of beige. I don't know what beige is you. Okay, so do you have any potential, or is it just dating? We're just dating.
Well, it's all ladies. You might think I'm fucked up for this.
There are no ladies listening to this.
Oh, really?
There are.
How do you know that?
I look at my analytics. There's no way. They'll continue. Hi, single ladies out there. I doubt it, but that's fine. Shoot me an email. What's so out of curiosity? Are you dating or? Are you matching with like African black women, or African American women? I'm
mostly
curious.
African American, and I got a match with one African. But I don't know. Every time, I go on like a couple of dates, even like the second or third one, they always gotta bring me the last minute secret story that they hid from like the first date, and they don't put on their profile.
They got kids.
Yeah, that
they still married?
No.
They got a dick.
Well, this is one. There's one chick that I recently went on a couple dates with. Like very pretty, half black, half white, quarter Chinese. Women love to like explain all their like ethnicities, like they just went on ancestry.com or some shit.
Right.
And
that's how they're like, oh, I'm cool. You should date me.
Exactly.
I'm a quarter Chinese.
I didn't care, but like it's just like, all right, cool. And then, but she told me on the third day, she was like, I want to tell you something. I've been hiding it in. I'm a comic. I was like, okay, whatever fucked up story.
Let's roll this dice. Let's see where this goes.
Yeah, I didn't care. It's maybe new material I could tell.
I used to be a guy. Go.
No, I hope not that. Yeah, I hope not. But she had 3 kids. Luckily, with the same guy.
No, that's a horrible idea.
I know it is very horrible, and she's my age, 29. That was a big no-no. But don't get me wrong, the sex was good.
3 kids, one guy, like that sounds like that guy is you're literally dating her, 3 kids, and a dude like that.
No, we haven't been seeing her for a while.
Is he in jail?
She didn't really tell me much.
Is he out of state?
Out of state. She's originally from South Carolina.
Yeah, that's close enough to drive. Like that sounds like a horrible idea.
Yeah, it is. The 3 kids, she has more red flags than the Communist Parade. I'm telling you.
Hey, Andrew Yang, 2020. that was I've only dated one girl with a kid.
Even one kid, it's kind of like a hassle, wasn't it? Because like you kind of have to take your one kid, and then like you're at the time, you're probably like
yeah,
fuck this.
I definitely wasn't ready for.
Oh, of course.
And it showed. It was that was definitely the defining moment where you're like, you're a horrible parent. I'm like, you're right, I am.
Exactly.
And the kid wasn't like a baby. It was like the kid at the time was 11.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, oh, I got to pick him up from school. Like, literally, it was just like the interactions between me and him. And I was 27, 28 at the time.
Okay.
First of all, I don't think I'm ready to have a kid now, like 11 years later. But he's, he was a good kid. He was a kid. He was a kid.
Yeah.
And I was a kid. And I couldn't wrap my brain around being a parent.
You because of that, you probably realized then like, oh no, I'm not ready for this.
Yeah. Well, she brought it to my attention. He's part of my life, and I don't think that you can make that transition.
Yeah.
And I go, and like, you mentioned that. Funny thing you mentioned that because I agree. I 100% agree.
Yeah. It's just because like I don't know, man. I've been dealing with like women lately that just looks like they're just asking for help. I'm just like hell no. Hell no.
Damn.
Yeah. And then like with 3 kids, like I haven't even met her kids yet.
Don't.
Like I'm not going to because we talk on the phone like for like 2 hours while she's taking care of her kids at the same time.
You hang up. No, you hang up.
Like, no, your kid's gonna have to hang up like
Damn.
first. No, I'm not mean that in like I didn't mean that in like a fucked up way, but I just hear 3 kids just screaming in the background. And she's like, "Hey, Michael, don't hit her like that. Don't spit on her." I was like, I felt like a dad stressed out already.
That's what she sounds like. She sounds like a fucking Groucho, like Oscar the Grouch.
I don't.
That's what she sounds. Wow.
Oscar the Grouch with a high pitched voice. How about that?
I think.
But don't get me wrong. She's a very cool girl, though. But dude, like, it's just.
I shout out to all the men strong enough to have kids, and then double shout out. Like, shout out to all the men that are strong enough to be a good father.
Yeah.
To father their. Double shout out to a man strong enough to be like, you've got kids, no worries. I'm strong enough.
Oh, yeah. There's some out there, like, yeah, you got to give them credit. Like, they're willing to take that, put on more weight like that.
Man, like, and again, that's the reason why I'm a stand-up comedian. Like, I'm barely strong enough to wipe my own ass. Like, I don't, but to deal with children, and then they always, like, kids are assholes. And there's, when you take on a kid or kids, it's only a matter of time before the kid goes, you can't tell me what to do. You're not my dad.
Oh.
That's got to be inevitable.
No, I bet. Like, pretty sure that's going to come up. They're going to be like, they're going to talk that shit when they turn like 15 during high school.
Not even. I bet you before that. I bet you they drop that nuclear bomb on you. You're not my real daddy. And you're like, fuck.
It's always probably like a good 1 minute silence.
Yeah,
from a dad.
But that's always got to happen. That's got to happen. You know, and I'm not strong. Like, I'm not your dad. Cool story, bro. Where is your dad? Like, I'm that petty asshole. Okay. Oh, that's cool. That's cool,
bro. Damn.
Is your dad here?
Damn, man, like, I don't know. I feel like you say that, and then you're gonna have to like sleep with one eye open
all the time. Yeah, like that, and then the kid just starts training to kill you, and he comes back 20 years from now, and he
like Bruce Wayne. Like, you gonna do that Bruce Wayne like lifestyle?
Is your daddy here?
Wow.
No, I shout out to all the men that can successfully be a stepdad.
Yeah.
I don't have that gene in me. I can't. And what's crazy is I have 2 stepdads.
You had 2 stepdads.
I have 2 stepdads and a stepmom, and I don't see how it's possible.
Oh, I think because you're experienced, you're like, you kind of like don't want to.
as an
down that route.
from a kid, like I should be able to go. Oh, from a kid's point of view, I should be able to do X, Y, Z, and
Yeah.
you know, there's things that are gonna happen, and I can prepare for it. But like my first stepdad didn't really work out that well. No good relationship. But then again, he took on. You know, he was a hippie. He came out. He married my mom like right after she got divorced, and then I don't know, 26 or something. He goes from being a hippie to being a hippie with 3 stepkids, like almost overnight. Hey, shout out to you. I don't think I could have, like, all of those seem to be a bad idea.
Okay.
It didn't work out. That's fine. So I should be able to go, as a stepdad, I should be able to do X, Y, Z and just be able to have, nope. No.
Did you guys argue a lot of times or something?
I was 5. Of course you're going to fucking argue.
Okay.
Like I was like 3, like I think he was in my life from the age of 3 to maybe 12.
Okay.
Somewhere in there. And I have not seen or heard from him since 12. So what is that? 2000, no, 92? I haven't heard from him since 92.
Oh, okay. Damn.
And you go, yeah, that makes sense. So, because we didn't have a good relationship, but I was 5. How do you deal with a kid that's like, 3 years old, dad left him, and then you're like, of course, it's way too much, too much. And then, I love my current stepdad. I love him to death. He came into my life when I was a little bit older. So I understood, like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be such a cunt. Maybe I should.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe I fucked up last time. So, but as a person with 2 stepdads, I should be able to go, oh, I have all the tools, or at least I have a good skill set to be a step. Nope. Nope. I just look at it and go, thank God I'm married. Thank God she doesn't have any kids, mine or otherwise.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I mean, that's a learning experience. I mean, I still with my parents, and
Your parents together?
Yeah, they're still together. And even my dad told me, every time like I match with somebody and I go on a date, they're going. Of course, your parent gonna ask you where you going, and I'm gonna tell them the truth. I'm going on a date. Even my dad will tell me, and because I told him about the chick with 3 kids, and he was like, no,
no, man. Đi vào.
Nah, he just went. Nah, he moved here when he was like in his late teens, so he just said fuck no. Like,
Are you the oldest?
Yeah, I'm the oldest of I only have a younger sister.
How old is she?
Her birthday was recently, May 5th, and she's 29 now.
Okay, so so you're only like a year apart, basically. Yeah. Barely a year apart.
Yeah, I'm turning 30 in August. So
you're like 18 months or something like that. Whatever.
Yeah. She was born in 1990. I'm 89. I think she turned 29 or 28. I forgot, but.
Well, 89 and
91. She's 91, so she's 28. Right?
Okay. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
28.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think crazy. Yeah. So in theory, your parents' first grandkids would be step grandkids.
Yeah. Well, I hope not. I mean, I told of course, like when us guys, we always talk about women, like 24/7. Of course, I told my friends, my homies about her. They all like got shook. They're like worried. They became like just a freaking 1-second parent, like of mine.
Yep.
And they all said that. And then one of my friends was like, "Oh," he's like, "Really? 3 kids? Oh, when you actually knock her up, that's 4 kids." And then they scared me shitless when he said this. "Oh, you might get unlucky. Well, you have twins. That's fucking 5 kids. How about that?"
Well, I mean, you could always have twins. I mean, that's always in the cards.
Wow.
I think it's tough. It's tough. Well, she's 29. She's got 3 kids. So I guess she didn't start that late.
She didn't
start that early.
3 of her kids are still around, like close around the same age. Like, they're still little toddlers. one is like 8, the other's like 6, the one is like probably 9 or 10, probably.
So she started when she was 20.
Something like that.
And
That's
I feel,
normal,
I
I
feel
guess.
like again, I feel bad. My mom at some point was a single mom. Like I get the difficulties. No, I definitely can't say that I get it, but I understand that there's difficulties. I understand there is literally the world against you. But as a man, I definitely don't. I know for fact I don't think I could do it.
No, I definitely can't. Not a lot of us could. I feel like, cause I think we talked about this before. Like relationships right now, I read a book about it. Like relationships and marriage, it's literally like a business.
Yeah,
like right now.
And I think that you, as a single, like let's say if I had kids and I'm a single parent, and for whatever reason I have full custody of my kids, like at this point I would try to find a woman with kids and go, listen, we'll figure this out together, but like it's got to be a business proposition, like in a way that, sure, love is important, sex is important, but let's figure out how the business of this family is gonna work.
Yeah, I mean, like that's if you like you're down to like go further in the future with her
I think
and the
that
kids.
you kind of have to plan. Yeah, like I think in every relationship outside of dating, you got to go, does this work long term? Does the business of dating you make sense?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like it's like a must responsibility for a guy.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't do it right now because I'm going to like this other date, the African woman. Like she scared me shitless when it comes to having like kids. Okay, this her story.
Oh
right?
Jesus! Oh, don't do it. Don't tell her the story. Don't not online. Just.
Yeah, it's not that. It's not that bad. It's just.
Is it specific? If it's specific, don't do it.
No. Well, she's from the. Well. No. Why?
Nope. Because this is gonna go out there into.
Okay. Never mind. Never mind. I got you.
Respect the woman. Respect the woman a little bit. We'll move on. Now.
All right.
Okay. So just keep on dating and figure out the one. In my opinion, figure the one that you can build the best foundation on.
Okay. I think I found one, but I haven't met her yet. And we talked on Snapchat, but she's Latina, so we just.
Hey, luckily, and one thing, I'll leave this dating session alone, but luckily, my wife does not have a big family out here. And the woman that I dated that had a kid had a very, very large family.
Oh.
It was like...
So is it like kind of like more of like is it more pressure on you because it's like her whole big family wants to really meet you and see who you are?
There's that, and there's always family obligation. It's like every other weekend there's something. There's a birthday, there's a kid's birthday, there's something, right? And luckily I wasn't doing comedy then, but it would not fit in my schedule now. Like I would be that husband or, that father that's not at any of the events.
Oh, wow.
I'd be that guy. Because, like on Saturday afternoon, like, come by. We have a kid's birthday. And it's like, I'm on the road.
Exactly.
I'm not in town.
Yeah, you're just going to be considered a freaking douche by the whole family.
And then there's that. And also on top of that, you have the probability and possibility of just marrying the family. So everyone's opinion matters.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, well, my brother doesn't think this, or my mom doesn't think this, or, so on and so forth. Like,
you can't really argue with them.
You can't. Well, so luckily, it was just one of those things where you can't. When you're dating somebody with a big family, you're literally dating a person and their Congress.
Yeah, basically.
Because my mom doesn't think that I should do this. Like, luckily, my wife is the only child. Her parents don't live anywhere near here. They don't live anywhere near LA either. And all of her cousins and everything, which I'm gonna go meet when I'm out there this summer, they're out there. I don't have brothers. I have like one cousin to, I don't want to say contend with, but it's like basically that's it. When you date somebody with a large family, it's a fucking congressional hearing.
I bet. It's a C-SPAN moment and shit.
Yeah. Luckily, my wedding only had 5 people.
Oh, wow.
it was one of those things where I looked her square in the eye. Not only is there a financial difference, right? But I looked her in the square in the eye and go, listen, these people are the only people that are going to be in our lives. Like, these people are I don't want 300 people at our wedding because 300 people don't make a day-to-day decision. These 5 people barely have a say in what we do. You know, like, these people aren't going to be in the trenches with us when we have to figure out how to make rent or how we have to do things. And luckily, it was basically her mom and her cousin that were there. Everybody, like, I didn't even have anybody on my side because at the end of the day, it's like I'm going to stand on my own.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not for everybody, but she understood, you know.
That's good. That's good. She understood and everything. Yeah, with 300 people, like, when they see you, like, probably you're probably going to be on their story, like, almost every day, like a CNN topic. Like, to them. You don't want that. That's
nope.
Oh my goodness.
It's like, well, I can confide to them because they were a bridesmaid, and it's like, nope.
Oh wow.
Nope. Nope. But anyways, so good luck on that. What is your screen name on there?
Screen. You mean on Bumble?
Sure.
Just Andrew.
No, you don't have like a Drew Vu 198 or some shit.
No, we posted. I don't
know how it works.
Oh no, well, we just put our name on there.
Okay, if you find
it just says our first name.
If you find Drew Vu out on Bumble, hit him up. Maybe, unless you got kids. If you don't do that.
It's whatever. I mean, it's whatever. Like we got. It all starts with conversation, like a lot of things in life. All right. So we'll figure it out.
Any other topics? Sports? Anything?
Oh yeah, sports. I've turned on the TV.
Yeah, that's
for
good.
The NBA player. I haven't been keeping up with sports because, like, you know, when I'm always busy, but I was always a big basketball fan, NBA fan, and then I turn on the TV at the playoffs. I do not recognize anybody who's in the playoffs anymore. Bunch of new young faces. I was like, wow.
That's how that works. That's how sports work.
I mean, like, I even see only one superstar like I recognize. Probably LeBron James is out. Who the fuck else is there?
There's a lot of players that are not LeBron James, bro.
I know the only guy I know is that Greek guy on the Bucks.
Yep. The Greek Freak.
Yeah, the Greek Freak.
I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce his name. The Bucks are playing the Celtics. I watched the last game the other night, and they're not. My Celtics aren't doing that well.
What's are they down or up a game? Or what?
3-1. So Milwaukee's up 3 games to 1. That means we got to figure out how to win the next 3 games in a row. That's not good.
Oh, you gotta find a way to stop that big guy in the middle.
I think he's not in the middle. There's a lot of guys that we got to figure out how to stop. 113 points worth of stoppage we got to figure out.
Like, is there any veterans they have on the team too, or
Kyrie Irving is the problem?
Oh shit!
Yeah, Kyrie Irving's the problem.
I would never predict that the Bucks will ever be, like, in my whole lifetime.
I think they're the number 1 seed.
They are
the number 1 seed
East. Right?
In the East. Yeah, and then
Golden State. I forgot about them, but I don't give a damn about Golden State. I get tired of them because, like, you know, I grew up watching a lot of basketball, like, especially Golden State fans. To me, like, are like basketball, like, just new basketball fans. Because you know they think they're better, like, than the Chicago Bulls. Seriously, Michael Jordan and the Bulls. Well, I mean, it's a good argument, but it's like,
sure, why not? I mean,
they say they're the greatest team ever.
I mean, they had the best overall season. A couple of years back, they had the best season ever. They had more wins than the 72 Bulls. They didn't win the championship, but does that mean they're the great? I don't know.
Yeah, but you want to, like, make this conversation fun. I'm gonna be like, they cannot stop Jordan and Pippen.
Well, it's
like,
a
together.
different game.
It's a different. I understand. It's a different era. It's a different era. Golden State got a bunch of fucking freak it, like, 3-point, like, shooting freaks. You
Yeah,
know?
that everybody can shoot a three. Like everybody in Golden State jersey can shoot a three. That's not Draymond Green.
Draymond Green is not bad 3-point shooter at the same time neither. It's just
True.
like he doesn't, you know, that's not his position, but like he can shoot those threes if you want to. He shocked me a bunch of times.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
what else you got? Apparently, sports is not your forte.
Oh no.
What else you got?
If this was me 3 years ago, yeah, this will be another freaking hour and a half about sports.
Okay. What else you
Yeah.
got?
Then I think that's all I have, man.
Okay. Where can people find you?
You can follow me on Facebook, Andrew Vu, or you can follow me on Twitter, DrewVu89, Instagram, VuTang89, my Snapchat, CheesyVu89. I love the number 89 because that's the year when I was born. But yeah,
That makes sense. That's how
Yeah.
a lot of people do that.
yeah. Thank you.
Drew Vu
I'm so
being-
creative.
Being so
so
creative.
creative.
You got any shows coming up?
Yes. Tonight I got a show in Ellicott City, Maryland, at the Ellicott City Brewing Company. I think May 19th I got a guest spot at the Kazi Comedy Club.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Out in like Newport News or some
Newport News, VA, and then the weekend after that, Saturday, I'm performing in NYC, like at the Broadway Comedy Club with my man Alex Starr show.
shit. Okay, the Alex Starr show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Alex is he's from here. He's from the DC area, and then he's up in New York now. So he does a lot of shows out there. Good guy.
Yeah, he is great guy.
When I first moved out here, he was the first person to reach out. Goes, hey, I heard that you moved out here. Come to a show. So, regardless of my status or my feeling for the DC area comedy scene, Alex Starr, regardless of anything, he always has a place in my heart. Okay, so Kazi Comedy Corner, is that what it's called?
Kazi Comedy Club.
Comedy Club, and that's in Newport News. When are you going to be there?
Sunday, May 19th.
May 19th. And is it a showcase or is it?
It's a showcase. I'm a guest spot. I don't know who the feature is, but my man, I think my man Von Michael. Shout out to Von Michael. He's headlining.
Did he get? He just auditioned for Just for Laughs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he did. I don't know if he did already, but I heard.
He did.
Okay.
I haven't talked to him since, but I was running with him for a bunch of sets. I can't remember where were we. He was doing a bunch of guest spots, getting ready for it the week of, and he was straight killing it for 5 minutes.
Yeah. He's great.
Yeah.
He's a straight killer.
I told him, I looked him square in the eye and said, if you do that set, you book your flight to Montreal because that's that's a killer set. It's cool. Kazi he's from there.
No, I believe he's from Richmond
Okay.
originally, and then he moved up here to do comedy.
Yeah, because he's at Kazi's fairly often, right?
Yeah, fairly often.
See a lot of
right.
people. He's a lot of people's in out there, right?
Mm-hmm. The Funny Bone in Richmond, Kazi's. He definitely all over the state of Virginia. I know that.
Good for him.
So,
Hopefully
yeah.
you see him at Just for Laughs because that's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what else? Let's see. There's that. Shout out to Asian Flush, AZNFlush.com. You can use promo code Loy Lee, LOYLEE, number 1, number 5, Loy Lee 15 for 15% off. Shout out to my Patreon account, patreon.com/LoyLeeComedy. We're going to try to do this more often. So therefore we have the normal cadence of Monday. You have the Short, Pale, and Handsome podcast. And then Wednesday with What's Up Wednesday with Andrew Vu. He's going to come a little bit more prepared next time with stuff to talk about.
I will definitely. There's going to be another 2 hours.
He's gonna watch some sports. He's gonna figure out who's playing. He's gonna figure out some more.
Who's this big guy? Like I never seen him before. I'm guessing he's good. All right.
You're fucking idiots. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Like this, share this, rate this wherever you find this. Shoot us an email. shortpalehandsome@gmail.com. You can find us at shortpalehandsome.com. I love you very much. You can buy not this t-shirt that I'm wearing, but you can buy a bunch of my t-shirts at bigcartel.com. Oh, hold on. what is it? loyleecomedy.com/shop. It goes to the shop.
Man,
so.
you don't even know your own name. God
Yeah,
damn it.
I know. It's so much. I'm shouting out a whole bunch of shit. loyleecomedy.com is where you find everything. loyleecomedy.com/shop is where you can buy shirts. So thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. And I dealt with some camera difficulties, so hopefully this shit will be on YouTube. If not, it's just going to be a one-shot forever. YouTube.com/loyleecomedy. Jesus Christ.
It's
Get this
okay.
shit together. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I love you. Bye-bye. Say goodbye, Andrew.
All right. Goodbye, everybody. Hope you enjoy the show.